online at KMOJFM.com. All you have to do is go to our website at KMOJFM.com and download that TuneIn app, and then you'll be connected to us 24/7. Battle of the Legends coming your way at 8 o'clock. It's the Whispers versus the OJs. You can cast your vote right now with 612-377-3456. 612-377-3456. In the middle of our Blue Eyed Soul Hour, we just heard from Bobby Caldwell, What You Won't Do for Love. Ball Skaggs, Dirty Low Down. Rare Earth, the first white act to be signed to the Motown label, I Just Want to Celebrate. And we kicked it off with Tommy James and the Shondells, Crystal Blue Persuasion, and KC and the Sunshine Band. That's the way I like it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special treat for you tonight. We told you that we had a special guest coming your way in this hour, and he has checked in with us. Ladies and gentlemen, give a nice, big, warm welcome to one of the legendary tenor singers in this business, the honorable, the gifted, the talented Mr. Philip Bailey of Earth, Wind, and Fire. Mr. Bailey, how you doing, sir?
Hey. You're doing wonderful. How you doing, sir?
Oh, I am fine. I'm doing great, sir. They love you here in Minneapolis, St. Paul. They love you.
Oh, wow. I love you guys, too. You say the OJs? Were you talking about OJs versus the Whispers?
Yeah, now, I don't want to put you on the spot, but do you want to cast your vote right away, get it out the way?
That's tough. But I would have to go with the OJs. I love the Whispers, but, I just think that the OJs, they did some things that the Whispers didn't do.
And what was that?
Well, just in terms of, their songs and how they resonated with everybody during that time period.
Yeah. All right, we're talking with Philip Bailey. And Philip, I got to make a confession right quick. Ray Richardson, back in the day, America's Hip is Old School. Philip Bailey is in town. He will be in town this Wednesday and Thursday, performing at the Dakota Jazz Bar and Grill downtown Minneapolis with Ramsey Lewis. So if you're just hearing about that, it's going to be an awesome show for 2 days. Showtimes are 7 and 9 p.m. on both days. Philip, I got to make a confession. You helped me get through college. You and your band helped me get through school.
Well, that's pretty big.
I went to Illinois State University, which is about 2 hours south of Chicago, and I had a roommate that had an album, and I had not heard of you guys too much then, but there was a couple of songs on this album that I swear I still use for inspiration today. Keep Your Head to the Sky was on that album, and a song called The Whole World is a Masquerade. I thank you for doing those two songs, Philip. Can you give us a little history on what those two songs mean to you?
Well, The Whole World's a Masquerade was written by Skip Scarborough, who also wrote Can't Hide Love and, a lot of other big hits for Anita Baker and Jeffrey Osborne. But, we always try to find something to say, to the people and for the people, so those tunes were, just part of, what we do.
Well, you guys did that so well, and I'm sure you know by now that you guys were so innovative in how you presented yourself, how you did things on stage, in the studio. Every time I got a little down and out in school and we just got tired of all the pressure trying to study and trying to pass those tests, we would throw that album on and listen to that. And then later on, another album came out that was just as popular, an album called Mighty Mighty, which had the song Devotion on it, and you were talking about some inspirational music. You were featured on that song as well, Devotion, which later became a great live single for you guys as well. Tell us a little bit about how that song Devotion came about.
Well, that song was written by myself and Maurice and Larry Dunn. But, we wanted to make sure that what we were singing about was in concert with, our lives and our vision for our lives. And so basically, you're just hearing, a little bit of piece of who we are as people, and, where our inspiration comes from.
We're listening to Philip Bailey. He's called us and been gracious enough to check in with us all the way from L.A. You're on a solo mission right now with Ramsey Lewis. How does that feel to be out here without the band? Tell us what kind of adjustments have you had to make for that?
Well, it's not that much of an adjustment. I've been doing, solo stuff for, 25 years.
Okay.
But me and Ramsey started doing some dates about a year ago, and we've done Bahrain and South Korea and Japan and New York City and Seattle. So, it's going to be fun to be in the Twin Cities and do some jazz.
Yeah, now the connection with you and Ramsey Lewis and the rest of the band, and some people may not be familiar with that. I remember you guys collaborated back in the late 70s, early 80s on a hit song called Sun Goddess. And I know there was some other collaboration as well. Take us back to how you and Ramsey Lewis and the band got together.
Well, Maurice was actually the drummer in the Ramsey Lewis trio. When he had the idea to put together the Earth, Wind & Fire group. And he actually spoke about it with Ramsey, and Ramsey told him to take an aspirin and, take a nap. And, But that's always a running joke. And then, once the band was established and we had some success, Maurice went back and produced the Sun Goddess album, which gave Ramsey Lewis a gold album. And,
yes.
So, we're performing, that as well as some fire things done Ramsey way, and as well as some standards.
We're talking with Philip Bailey, one of the legendary voices of Earth, Wind & Fire. He, along with Maurice White, were the out-front performers of Earth, Wind & Fire. He's going to be in town at the Dakota Jazz Bar and Grill with Ramsey Lewis this Wednesday and Thursday. 2 shows per night, one at 7 and one at 9 p.m. I saw you here several years ago performing at an affair outside near the state capitol of Minnesota. It was much warmer back then than it is today. Good thing you're going.
No question.
Good thing you guys are going to be inside. Give us a little history about some of your dates and performances here in the Minnesota area. What's it been like to come to Minnesota for you?
Oh, we always have a great time. I enjoy coming in the summertime, so you can enjoy the lakes.
Uh-huh.
But it's a great city. The people love the music, and great culture. So I always look forward to visiting.
How much are you going back to your roots? You're on tour with Ramsey right now, and some of the songs you guys made as a band had a lot of jazz influence. Did Ramsey have a lot to do with that?
Well, all of us, many of us were big jazz lovers, and as myself, I was also, since a kid, I've always been a jazz lover. So it's a great opportunity to get a chance to do some things with Ramsey. Who is, there's none better in terms of what he does. So we always have a great time. People always enjoy it.
How much is jazz in your influence today? I know you sang a few songs that sort of reminded us of some jazz back then. And are you happy to kind of get back on stage and do some of that? Because a lot of people don't know you as a jazz performer.
Oh, yeah. Well, it goes all the way back to when I was a kid. So, it's a lot of fun. We always have a great time, and the people always receive it really well.
You guys were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. I'm not sure exactly what year that was, but I know it was back in the early 2000s. Give us an idea of some of the accolades and some of the awards that you and the band have received that still maybe touch you in a special way. What's out there that you guys really want to cherish for a long time?
Well, I think it, on our website, everybody knows that we've really been honored in so many different ways over the years. We're just really happy to continue to be able to make music and to be sought after as we are all over the world. And very humbled about it, and very appreciative to the fans who've allowed us to stay around for 40-something years.
Ray Richardson on Back in the Day, 89.9. We have been so gracious to have been touched by Philip Bailey. He gave us a call tonight to check in all the way from L.A. He's going to be in town Wednesday and Thursday at the Dakota Jazz Bar and Grill, performing 2 shows a night, 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. with Ramsey Lewis. Philip, I saw you guys out in L.A. I've seen you guys in Chicago. I've seen you guys on college tours. You guys really put so much energy into your shows. Did you guys have a fitness trainer or something? Did you guys work out a lot to stay in shape? How did you maintain that schedule, sir?
Well, health comes from God first and foremost, so I give
Amen.
him the praise. But, we try to eat well and stay healthy, stay active. I have a workout regimen that I have all the time, and we're always on tour, so you gotta keep that your health and stuff together, because that touring stuff can be traveling can be a grind.
Right. How is Maurice doing these days?
He has his ups and downs, has good days, bad days, but overall he's doing well.
Do you miss performing with him?
Not so much now, because we've been doing this now without him for over 20 years now.
Right. Okay.
So we pretty much got it down.
When you see highlights of you guys back in your prime, what jumps out at you when you see you guys all on stage and just with so much energy that you just hit people with? What jumps out at you back then?
That crazy energy.
Philip Bailey has checked in with us from L.A. tonight. He's going to be here in town at the Dakota Jazz Bar and Grill, performing with Ramsey Lewis, a legendary pianist in his own right. When we come back, we're going to jam that song that people have been calling about, Sun Goddess. Philip, they still love you back here, and when I mentioned that you were going to be on, they wanted to know where you're going to play Sun Goddess. How does that make you feel that people still want to hear that song?
Oh, we always play it, and people are always very receptive to it, and so, like I said, we can't wait to come to perform for all of our fans there in the Twin Cities.
And that song seemed to have a second life when you guys did a live version of that in 1975. Did you feel that song got reborn again after that?
Well, I just think that I don't know about being reborn again, because it always gets so much airplay, and it's always been pretty popular. But it's always a lot of fun to perform it, and with this ensemble that Ramsey has, the musicians are great, and we do it a little different, but the crowd has always been very responsive.
You're talking about an ensemble, you're talking about a band that's going to be here. In today's music, we don't see bands out here like we used to back in the day. We don't see nobody trying to become the next Earth, Wind & Fire or the next combo band. What do you think about that, and how does it make you feel that music has changed so much that we just don't see bands like we used to?
Well, I think there's going to probably be a resurgence. I think that they're probably in the garage somewhere, practicing, putting it together. But bands will never go out of style. The magic that happens when musicians play together can never be replaced.
Philip Bailey, it's been an honor and a real treat to have a chance to talk to you, and I was serious about that. You and your band helped us, me and my roommates and some friends, get through school back in the early 70s. Your music will live on forever. We look forward to seeing you here in town Wednesday and Thursday at the Dakota Bar and Grill. Dress up warm, bring a heavy coat when you come this way. Bring your earmuffs and a hat. You're gonna need it.
Right.
Right. I don't want to scare you, but right now it's about 4 above right here. But I'm sure your music will warm us up when you get to town. Philip, thank you so much for joining us. Give Philip Bailey a warm round of applause for joining us on Back in the Day tonight. One of the true pioneers, one of the true legends in the music business, Mr. Philip Bailey. Sir,
well, thank you so much. I'll see you guys Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, thank you so much for calling, and have a safe trip here, and I look forward to meeting you when you get in town.
All right, God bless.
All right. Philip Bailey, lead singer of Earth, Wind & Fire. He'll be at the Dakota Bar and Grill this Wednesday and Thursday performing with Ramsey Lewis. You can check out for tickets at dakotacooks.com. That's their website. If you're looking for the connections, how to get down there, I will be in the house down there to see one of our true legendary performers in this business, Mr. Philip Bailey. And yes, I got that song for you coming up after the break. Sun Goddess, a collaboration between Earth, Wind & Fire and Ramsey Lewis. I'm Ray Richardson, back in the day on 89.9 KMOJ and KMOJFM.com.
There's a lot to deal with after a car accident.